Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, and I know every time I get back on here that I say that, but it has always been a while. Just the same thing. I've been trying to comment on people's videos and kind of tell them what's going on with me. But for you guys that follow my channel, I'll just it's just the work thing, and I've went from third shift to second shift, and I'll have to go back to third shift in a few months, and I'm getting really busy, actually playing in two bands now, and just trying to sock away a little extra money. So one hobby kind of feeds the other, I guess. But busy with that and busy with family. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and a very happy New Year. I know it was really fun for my family and I this year uh, because we had. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure my camera's still working because we had our grandkids. They're like 2 and 3. Well, my grandson will be 2 in almost a couple of weeks, and my granddaughter's 3. So it was really fun this year. I mean, they tore into the presents, and it was like a paper hurricane. It was like, whoa, so they kind of understand what presents are about now. So that was fun. Oh, and they like sitting at Grandpa's drawing table. So this is one of their first joint pieces of artwork up here. Not bad for a 2 and 3 year old. Anyway, been trying to catch up on some vids. I probably watched 12 to 15 vids in the last couple days. I've got 3 weeks off from work now, so I'm making another effort to dig in and do some more organizing in this room. This is probably the only corner of the room that doesn't look like a complete disaster. So that's the only reason you're going to see this corner of the room for a while if I'm in here doing videos. But yeah, I get when I get back on there and get to watching you guys. I mean, I just get inspired. Stuff that I've acquired. I haven't stopped buying comics or anything. I've been acquiring a lot of stuff. Just really hadn't had time to show. Been just buying a little bit of everything. Silver and bronze, some hardbacks and some trades, and just a little bit of everything. But I kind of got inspired by Damien last night. I was watching one of his videos, Sleepy Reader, and he was showing some great hardbacks, and I've been buying some stuff and some hardbacks I've been wanting for a while, and some that until I saw them I really didn't even know existed. So I just want to show a few things I've been getting. Okay, first off, here's a trade. Crisis on Multiple Earths, Volume 5, and this reprints a lot of the Justice League and Justice Society team-ups. I think it reprints JLA 159, 160, 171, 172. Spoiler alert, Mr. Terrific dies in this one. And this great 183 through 185. Kind of, awesome and kind of sad at the same time for me because right after Dick Dillon, who was on the JLA for like 120 issues, after he drew this issue, he passed away, and George Perez. So it's kind of like, okay, one, master taking up the the scepter from another on the team books. But a lot of great reprints in here, and for some reason this one is really, really hard to find. And when you do find it, it's like outrageous. I really found a good deal on this one. I waited around, and of course, somebody had it for a decent price. So, but I just love this cover. I've got the stories in 2 or 3 different, in the originals, and 2 or 3 different reprint volumes. But this cover has got almost every major character at that time. Like from the late '70s, early '80s, from the Justice League, Justice Society. New Gods, Dark Side. So some really good reading here. I would recommend it. All right. And some of the last videos I did, I was showing some of the archive editions, the DC archive editions. I was really keen on trying to complete my All-Star Comics archives, and I completed those. I'm working right now to try to complete my Justice League and my Superboy and the Legion, and I think except for maybe 1 or 2 I'll get them. And they kind of they come out like a little bit different looking format, but this is a continuation of the Legion Superhero Archive. So they're calling it Volume 1 and Volume 2. It's probably like Volume 14 and 15 or 13 and 14. But it's just a continuation of that. This is the stuff from the 70s. Volume 1. A lot of it is I think this is from Superboy and the Legion 234 through 240. One of those Treasury size, all new collector's editions, C55, DC Superstar 17, and you know, it's got like, you know, Paul Levitz, Mike Grell, James Sherman, a lot of those great you know, stories like from up through the late '70s. There's a great Mike Grell cover. I think that was taken from probably one of the treasuries. I think that cover is. But some great reading here. Glad to have that. Here's volume 2, a little bit thicker. This covers Superboy and the Legion 241 through 258. There's a great Joe Staten and Dick Giordano cover. And it also covers Legion of Superheroes 59, when it actually became its own title apart from Superboy. I think it's around the same time they started the New Adventures of Superboy back in the early 80s. Excuse me. And this also reprints a couple of issues of DC Comics Presents that had Superman and the Legion of Superheroes. So another great little package if you're a Legion fan. Legion is one of those things that's kind of funny. Some people love it. Some people don't know it exists. Some people don't like it at all. It's just one of those things that, you know, you almost have to learn to read it when you're young to really get what's going on. And it's been rebooted so many times that, you know, well, right now it don't even exist in DC, but there's hints that it might be coming back in Doomsday Clock with maybe the JSA. So hopefully, because the Legion and the Justice Society was two of my favorites. Okay. This other book I just got in today. I was really happy to get this because I'm a Crisis on Infinite Earths fanatic. And this is the Crisis on Infinite Earths companion. And it reprints some stories from Green Lantern and All-Star Squadron and all like the, you know, just a bunch of stuff that was Crisis related. Got a lot of the JSA and the All-Star Squadron, a lot of Green Lantern, a lot of Crisis related stuff. And it's also got a really cool timeline in the back. It'll give you kind of a guide to all the Crisis related crossovers. There's like all the pre-Crisis Monitor appearances. Crisis on Earth's timeline. How you should really read the Crisis from issue to issue, and like all the different crossovers and appearance of the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor and all that good stuff. So for fans of Crisis, great book. Been waiting a while for this. I was tickled to death when I heard this one was coming out. So for Crisis fans, there you go. Everybody knows what a JLA guy I am. Oh, and since I did a shout out to a sleep reader, I want to give another shout out to my buddy Rod, Dr. Silver Age, because I got a couple really nice Christmas presents from my sweet little wife. She got me a shirt and a coffee cup with the old guys who like old comics, and that's a really cool group on Facebook. And I saw it and said, you know, it's one of those things I don't say, go get me that, or I want you to get me this present. I just kind of, oh, that'd be cool, you know, I'm going to have to get me one of those. And she pays attention to that stuff, you know. So Christmas or birthday comes around, you know, I always find something like this, you know. So she's pretty swell, you know. But I've got this, and I've got the shirt. But the thing about the shirt is I was at my folks' on Christmas Eve, and I was kind of acting goofy, and there were some candles, and somehow or another I was acting stupid and spilled some candle wax on my shirt, and I got most of it off, and I'm going to get it fixed up. But have got the shirt and the coffee cups, so I'm set to go. So, you know, Rod, here's to you, buddy. Okay, next thing we got is, and I just recently got these. I haven't even taken them out of the shrink wrap, but the Silver Age Justice League Omnibus, Volume 2. I bought the first volume probably last year, and I try to want to get all these omnibuses. You know, I've got almost a complete run of JLA, but you know, I just kind of want to have these on the shelf for later on because I'm probably going to be selling, you know, all my originals at some point. And I just kind of want to have, and this is a heavy book. I mean, this thing is, I don't know how many pages. The first volume covered Brave and Bold 28 through 30 and Justice League 1 through 30, and this covers number 31 through number 76. So this is like 45 issues or 46 issues of JLA in here. So there's some good reading, you know, classic Silver Age stuff. And also, I got the Bronze Age Justice League Omnibus, Volume 1, and there's another volume after this, but this one covers, I think it's 77 through 113, and that's around the time that I really got into JLA. And I will be getting the other omnibuses, trust me. but more great reading. I'm not really sure who did this cover. Now, this first cover, I'm sure, it's easily recognizable. That's a Darwin Cook, and I really miss his artwork. I mean, he was just like, he was made for the Silver Age. He just came along a little bit too late, and I miss seeing his art and miss him. But, a lot of great reading here if you're a Justice League fan. And I found these at a good price on, I think it was a website called cheapgraphicnovels.com. Pretty sure. Okay. These last few things I got, if I can get through this. I wanted these books when they came out, but I was kind of waiting for the price to go down. Now, I already have the Silver Age and the Bronze Age versions of these. These are from Taschen Books, or Taschen Books, or whatever you call it. Here's the Golden Age of DC Comics. Okay, and originally, I think they, well, I'll show that book, but there was one book that just said 75 Years of DC Comics, and then they split it up into like 3 different books, the Golden Age, Silver Age, and the Bronze Age, and this is like the Golden Age version. Got all kinds of great anecdotes, covers, preliminary drawings from the 30s and 40s. Just a great package if you're a fan of the Golden Age and the Golden Age DC. I poured over this book probably half a dozen times. Great book. And this is, I guess this was the original. And this is a heavy book. I'm not sure how many pages. Probably like 700 and some pages. But this is a serious coffee table book. The 75 Years of DC Comics, Era of Modern Myth-Making by Paul Levitz. More of the same, except this covers from the Golden Age all the way up to the modern age. It shows covers. It's got little anecdotes and interviews from some of the creators. Just a great book. There's Ronin. Some old Unexpected. Just some great. It's just a great book to have. Highly recommend it, especially if you're a DC fan. And the last two, if I can get these in, I didn't even know this book existed until I looked on Amazon. And this is The Prisoner by Jack Kirby and Gil Kane, the original art edition. Obviously this book didn't get published, but I'd heard about it for years, and I actually had some of the Xerox copies of some of the art when I bought a set of the DC Implosion comic cavalcade stuff. So here you got some great unseen Jack Kirby stuff and Gil Kane stuff. And it's a shame this didn't get published, especially this spread right here, if I can find it. Okay, by Jack Kirby. This is just amazing. So for you fans of The Prisoner, and The Prisoner was a cool little show, Patrick McGowan. I've been wanting to get it on DVD, and after seeing this, I really want to get it again because I remember watching it as a kid. But great stuff. If you're a Gil Kane and Jack Kirby fan, which I know a lot of you guys are, awesome book. And probably my favorite of this bunch is Walter Simonson's Manhunter and Other Stories. This is basically most of the stuff that he did for DC. This is the artist edition that he did for DC back in the 70s. It shows all the original art for all the Manhunter stuff. There's some Metal Men in here. And probably I got to show this before I run out of time. One of my favorite stories from the 70s was Dr. Fate. First issue, special number 9. Beautiful, beautiful art and story. Martin Pascoe did the script. Just amazing. Anybody that's a fan of Walt Simonson, DC Comics of the 70s, Manhunter was a great Batman story, and also a great Batman and Manhunter story reprinted from Detective Comics. So, highly, highly recommended. Alright guys, that's all I got right now. I'm going to run out of time. I got to learn how to fix my thing before it runs out by 15 minutes, so onward and upward. See you guys later.